Well, folks, in case you haven't been following along with what's happening in the state of Texas, apparently for the last 2 weeks, Q followers have been gathered in Dallas to await the resurrection of JFK Jr. Now, 2 weeks ago, this began. They picked a random date and said, today's the day JFK Jr. is coming back from the dead to admit he never actually died, and of course to either somehow reinstate Trump as president or to announce that he was running with Donald Trump for president in 2024. It didn't happen. So you would assume that after that event failed to yield any fruit, they would move on and come up with a new conspiracy. But dang it, they're not doing that. They are sticking to their guns, and they've remained in Dallas for 2 straight weeks awaiting JFK Jr.'s arrival. And this has not escaped the attention of late-night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel, who really just kind of laid in to these nut jobs on his show this week. Here is what he said. If you're not familiar with how the prophecy goes, supporters believe that every year on the second night of November, JFK rises up from the pumpkin patch and delivers horse dewormer to all the true American patriots. If JFK did plan on showing up, why would he come back to the place where he was assassinated? That's the last place I would visit. It's almost like this makes no sense. He then proceeded to interview a fake Q supporter who claimed that she was dating JFK Jr. It was all a joke. But here's the thing. These people are nutty. I mean, let's not parse words here. There's a couple of screws loose within that crowd. In fact, probably screws loose on every single one of them. But what Jimmy did here, I really, really like, because this is the best way to handle it. To mock them, to make fun of them, to show the entire country how crazy and stupid these people truly are. Because as it stands right now, far too many people in this country subscribe to at least one tenet of that Q conspiracy theory. So by highlighting the ridiculousness that is currently taking place in the state of Texas, he is helping to show people how foolish this is. You know, shame and embarrassment can often be good tools to deprogram people that have, I guess in the words of these supporters, gone down the rabbit hole. So that's what needs to happen. And of course, Kimmel has a massive platform on a major network. So him highlighting this, highlighting the fact that it's still going on, even though most other media outlets have moved on, they're not even talking about the nut jobs gathered in Dallas. That's good, because we do need to shine a spotlight on this. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel, comedian, is actually doing the job that real reporters should be out there doing. They should be highlighting this. They should be publicly shaming these individuals in the hopes of preventing future people from buying into this crap. And he also makes a good point. Why Dallas? Why would you want to come back? And it's not JFK coming back, it's JFK Jr. Why would he want to come back in the place where his dad was murdered on not the anniversary of the death? Like, that's another thing. This date that they had picked had no significance whatsoever. It was just a random date in late October. No significance for it. And again, why Dallas? And of course, if JFK Jr. were still alive today, what makes them think he would be a Trump supporter? What in any part of JFK Jr.'s life would indicate that this guy has become a diehard MAGA Republican? None of it makes any sense. And that is the point that Jimmy Kimmel was trying to make. And hopefully it resonated with some people who may have been on the fence about whether or not to go down the rabbit hole.